When is a found footage film worth watching? Cinematic class is about to begin, and the professor is in. Those of you who have followed my reviews for quite some time know that I am not a big fan of found footage films. This became kind of gimmicky with J.J. Abrams' Cloverfield, and unfortunately, it spawned a whole lot of other films of this ilk. I'm definitely not a fan. However, that said, if you must watch a found footage film, this one's not too bad. It's called The Monster Project, and it all starts out with a concept or an idea by a young millennial to make a lot of money on YouTube by putting up little snippets of videos where he scares people using Halloween costumes and what have you. And then he decides to go ahead and make the show into a bigger, grandiose type show on YouTube, making more money, hopefully. And he puts out a call for some real monsters, if you will. Now, he knows these people are fake. And he knows that, it's just going to be pandering to some people with some mental problems. But he figures with a little bit of cheap special schlock B effects, he's going to be able to make a YouTube video that he can make some money off of. So he gets a little crew together. They rent out a little space and they bring some people in. Well, to their surprise, they actually do find a real shapeshifter, a real skinwalker, a real vampire, and a real demon who inhabits the body of this young girl. And once they meet the real monsters and realize they're real, then their mockumentary, if you will, turns into a night of survival. The movie is kind of good because it has a nice little twist at the end. Most of you won't see coming, and it makes it a whole lot of fun to watch. Worth sitting through all that jerky camera things. A little slow in the beginning while they develop the characters and their interactions, and there's a little love triangle going on there. So kind of get through the first 22 minutes or so, and then after that, things start happening, and it's a decent little horror film. It really is. It's not bad at all, and I did like the special twist at the end, so I think you'll enjoy it too. The fact that I made it through to the end of this movie is good because I really hate this footage. I know the cinematographers take an awful lot of time to program their shots and where they're going and all to make it look right. But you know what? It really is bad. It really is. You can make it to the end in this one because the story is definitely worthwhile. And just as an aside to all of you who might remember, back in the day, which I'm talking early 90s right now, when Eric Sprouse was the director of Outtakes with Fiore, my show, we used these camera effects, and Eric was very good at it. He would pick the camera up himself, put it on his hip, and he would do all the motions, and he was very good at it and way ahead of his time. You don't believe me, you can go back into the archives and check those shows from the early 90s. So, Eric, we were ahead of the game there, brother. Thanks much. Now that you have learned what you have learned, check out The Monster Project. It's not heading into theaters in the Pittsburgh area, but you will be able to find it on video on demand and pay-per-view. It's worth a look. Now that you have learned what you have learned, here endeth your lesson.